We're investigating whether the thickness of fuse wire, and this is some fuse wire, is linked to the the current that it can take before it melts. Now, fuse wire is made of usually made of tin, and tin has a very low melting point, so it doesn't take a lot of current to melt the tin wire and break the circuit. Now, remember, the purpose of a fuse is that the wire, if the current's big enough, the wire will melt and break the circuit. So all the current would normally flow through this wire here, but if the current is high enough, then the fuse wire will get very hot and it will melt, and that will break the circuit. So let's switch on the power supply, and we'll allow it to settle, and you can see that I'm recording the current through here, and this is the wire here, and I'm gradually going to increase the current flowing through. So we're now at 2.25 amps, and we go up to 5 amps. So this is at 10 amps, and the wire is still supporting 10 amps. So this allows quite a large current, and it's broken there at just over 12 amps. So what we're going to do now is we're going to compare the current that melted with its thickness. So we're going to take some vernier calipers here, and I switch those on and make sure they're on 0. And then if I use those to measure the diameter of the wire, and this wire here, which is quite thick, nearly 0.89 millimeters, so just under a millimeter thick. And I can measure it in a couple of places just so I can compare it. Obviously the tin is quite soft, so it's actually possible to squash it anyway, but around about 0.8 millimeters, just between 0.8 and 0.9 millimeters. So this wire is slightly thinner, and it's taking 3 amps, 4 amps, nearly 5 amps, 7 amps. You can see it melting now, and it's sagging, and it's still taking that current, but it's very close to melting. I think it's going to fail soon. And this is one of the problems with fuses, is that they do wear out over time, so you do need to replace them. You can see it glowing there, so it's glowing red hot, so it's very, very hot, and there you go, it's melted and the circuit is broken. So the fuse melted and broke, and the circuit is broken. One thing to remember with a fuse is it's quite a slow process. It certainly wouldn't stop you being electrocuted. It would just stop fires in your home, but it wouldn't stop electrocution.